Elisha was a prophet of God, chosen to carry on the mission of his mentor, Elijah. He followed Elijah, another great prophet, learning from him and witnessing his powerful works. One day, Elijah was taken up to heaven in a whirlwind. Elisha saw this miraculous event unfold before his eyes. Holding Elijah's mantle, Elisha knew he would continue Elijah's work and fulfill God's plans. Elisha asked God for a double portion of Elijah's spirit, seeking the strength and wisdom to lead the people. And, well, God answered Elisha's prayer, granting him the power he needed. Elisha performed even more miracles than Elijah, showcasing God's mighty power. Through these miracles, he showed people God's power and love. Despite his great power, Elisha was a humble man, always giving glory to God. He loved and served God with all his heart, dedicating his life to his service. Elisha wanted to help people see God's love and understand his teachings. God used Elisha in amazing ways, performing wonders that left people in awe. Elisha was a true follower of God, a beacon of faith and devotion. One day, Elisha needed to cross the Jordan River. The river was a formidable barrier, with its waters flowing swiftly and powerfully. The river was full of water, making it nearly impossible to cross by conventional means. It was difficult to cross. Elisha took Elijah's cloak, a symbol of his mentor's prophetic power and divine authority. He struck the water with the cloak. The water parted, creating a dry path through the riverbed. Elisha walked across the river on dry ground, a miraculous event that defied natural laws. The people watching were amazed. They had never seen such a display of divine intervention. They knew God was with him, and their respect for Elisha grew immensely. This miracle showed God's power and affirmed Elisha's role as a true prophet. God gave Elisha the strength to lead his people, guiding them with wisdom and faith. Elisha was a prophet who helped people in need, performing miracles that showcased God's power and compassion. One time, a poor widow came to Elisha, desperately seeking help. She had a large debt that she couldn't pay off, and the debt collector was threatening to take her sons as slaves. The widow was terrified of losing her sons and didn't know where to turn. Elisha, moved by her plight, instructed the widow to gather as many empty jars as she could from her neighbors. He then told her to take the small amount of oil she had and start pouring it into the jars. Miraculously, the oil kept flowing and didn't stop until all the jars were full. The widow was able to sell the oil, which provided her with enough money to pay off her debt. She not only paid her debt, but also had enough money left over to support her family. Through Elisha, God provided for the widow and her sons, showing his care and provision. Another time, Elisha and his servant found themselves surrounded by a hostile army. The servant was terrified, but Elisha remained calm and prayed. God answered Elisha's prayer by opening the servant's eyes to see the unseen reality. The servant saw the hills filled with horses and chariots of fire, a divine army sent to protect them. God protected Elisha and his servant, demonstrating his power and protection over those who trust in him. Elisha performed many other miracles. He healed the sick, he raised the dead, he showed God's love and power to everyone he met. Elisha's story teaches us about faith. He trusted God completely. God used him to do amazing things. Elisha's life inspires us. We can trust in God's power. We can ask God to use us. We can be a blessing to others.